Hello everyone, Equipment Warrior, and welcome to my top 5 most deadliest map bosses. I do not going to include unique maps in this list, and I do not going to include any mods the maps can have, so just the pure map and the pure mod. Just for everyone who don't know what maps are the endgame in Path of Exile, and it is the best way to accumulate good items and have a good challenge. But some of the maps have very easy bosses, and some of the maps have ridiculously hard bosses. This list is just focusing on the very hard bosses, and some of them have very high level, some of them have very low level. So it's a mixture in between, and this is the map bosses I find the most challenging. There are some other bosses which are not included here, which are very dangerous, but this is the one I fear the most. So let's go right to the list. And as number 5 we have the Orchid map. And the reason this boss is so dangerous is because it have an ability called Fair Shot. That means you take more damage from its range attack the further away you are from him. And also he have 2 range attack. One he shoots like it's like 3 fireballs at the same time. We go in a faster pace. They are quite dangerous, do a lot of damage. And the second one is a slow moving super version of that. And if you get hit by that, it can one-shot you without any problem, even at high level. This is a very low level map, it's only a 66 map. And I do not recommending any low player or character who's just starting getting into maps to actually play this boss. If you really want to fight this boss, fight him at the end when you have much more level. And do the map, but skip the boss on this one, it's a very dangerous boss. Number 4, Museum map. This map is very dangerous because the boss in it, you're actually fighting 3 bosses at the same time, and they are based on the 3 unique versions of the myth creations when you're fighting Dominus, one of his servants up there. And they're very dangerous if you're fighting them at the same time, and one of them casting potion EK, one of them casting vulnerability, and then they also do potion against you. It's very dangerous bosses. And I don't recommend fighting them if you're on low level, and even at high level they can be very dangerous, especially if you aggro them all at the same time. The best strategy to use against them is just to fight them one at a time, or you can do like I used to do not fight them at all. Number 3, Torture map. This map has one of the hardest bosses in the game. The name on the boss is Shock and Horror, and this boss have a lightning beam against you, which are one of the dangerous things this boss can do. And to break that beam you need to run around the pillars. There are 4 pillars in here. But another very dangerous thing with this boss is not the lightning beam, it is the lightning warp totems. And these totems are incredibly dangerous. Do not stand where the totem is going to teleport, and they will almost one-shot you. And this character I just fighting this boss with right now have maxed out lightning resist, and I also have the purity of lightning on me. So I have incredibly high lightning resist, but even then I take a ton of damage if I get hit by lightning. So this is a very dangerous boss, and be careful when you fight it, but you can avoid most of the thing if you just take your time. Number 2, the Jungle Valley map boss. This boss, also known as the Spinner of False Hope. It's based on the giant spider boss in Act 2, which also using Potion EK, but this boss covered almost the entire screen with Potion EK. It hurts a lot. It do a ton of damage, and if you're an evasion character, that's very hard damage to avoid. And it's also a very fast boss, it's moving fast. And it never stops spawning small spiders along the way. So it will always be surrounded by spiders using Flicker Strike against you, and even Viper Strike to potion you. So it's a very incredibly dangerous boss, and I recommend to actually avoid this boss because it's just a very hard boss. I can say it like that. we have the Palace map boss. This boss is incredibly powerful. It's based on Dominus, and it has all the attacks that Dominus have, but super powerful version of them. So the most dangerous thing of these attacks are the lightning stream, he shoots lightning, and the lightning AoE attack in its first form. And this is just like the normal version of Dominus, because Dominus are already a pretty challenging boss, but in this map he's more than challenging, he's just deadly. So he's a very, very powerful boss. And his second form is not that bad as his first form, but it's still dangerous. So be careful if you're gonna fight this guy, and this is one of the highest maps you can get in the entire game. That's it. That was my top 5 most deadliest bosses in Path of Exile. There are more bosses than these ones, and I would like to hear from you guys what you think are the most powerful and most deadly boss in maps in Path of Exile overall. And thanks for watching everyone, and see you guys next time.